Hi Flosstube, happy Tuesday. I'm Helen D. Today is August 25th. It's my dad's birthday. He's 69 today. When I'm done this video and get it uploading, I need to make a cake. And it's really humid today, so that's not going to be super enjoyable, but we'll do it. My sister and I are going to go up tomorrow to their house for an outdoor birthday gathering. My parents and my sister's family are basically our entire bubble, so that's all we've seen all summer, but we still stick outside, which is so nice out. Today's not nice out because it's sticky, but tomorrow is supposed to be like 71 with 45% humidity or something, so it'll be very nice. So welcome. I don't have a ton to show this week. I have a lot of stitching. I had some finishes I was working on that I can't show quite yet. Some aren't done and some are gifts. So I'll show you what I can. What else? We've been gardening still. We made another batch of relish, dill relish, and we made our first batch of tomato sauce. The recipe we used was in the Ball canning book, and it called for 10 pounds of cored tomatoes, so you know you need more than 10 pounds. And it said you would get 6 pints. We got 4. So I told my husband, that was a lot of work for 4 pints of tomato sauce. Do not drop them when you go downstairs to put them in the basement. But this is all new to us, so it was an experience. And now we are freezing tomatoes to then hopefully make another batch of sauce later, because we won't get 10 pounds like all at once at the same time. And I'm eating BLTs, so what more could you want? The cucumbers are pretty much gone. We did pickling cucumbers and only a couple plants. And then I'm still getting herbs. Although the bugs are also getting my herbs. So, but I think I froze 14 packets. I don't do the ice cube container because I only get like enough for one a week. And that seems like too much work. So I just mix them with olive oil and put them in one of those snack size Ziploc baggies and like squish them all down into a stick. And then when I make spaghetti sauce in the crock pot, I just chuck one in. So honestly, 14 would probably last us until next summer, but I think I'll still get a few more. So that's that. We have the rest of this weekend, one more week before school starts. Anyone with kids, anyone who's had to make this school decision, there's no wrong decision, there's no right decision, but man, it was a hard decision. So our school will be starting in a hybrid model, which is 2 days a week in class, 3 days a week out of class, but it's kind of like my son's in the first group, so he'll go Monday, Tuesday. Then Wednesday, everyone's off because they're doing like a deep clean. So I don't know yet if they'll be able to do something online with the whole class. And then Thursday, Friday will be just regular from home distance learning. We'll see how it goes. We've been told that the elementary schools in my area will be able to go to 5-day-a-week learning. They're doing like a gradual build-up, but that the middle and high school have too many kids, that if they did do full 5 days, there'd be too many kids per room, and they wouldn't be able to distance them. Perfectly fine with me. I know we're in the minority when it comes to that in my area, but we're very comfortable with just the 2 days a week. Actually, our first week is half days, so it's like 4 hours. But that starts after Labor Day. They pushed it back. They gave the teachers an extra week to get prepared because the school board didn't approve the plan until, 3/4 of the way through August, so they need some time. So we're pushing through 2 more weeks. Then we'll see how everything goes. So I've been stitching. I have two FFOs one finished object, and a bunch of whips. Giveaway winners and a new giveaway and 0 haul. So here we go. Last time I showed you that I had started this chart. This is a year in chalk, October, from Hands On Design. This has been out for a while. It's I don't know what year it is, but it's been out. It's available. You can find it. Christy from Java Girl Stitches showed that she started this. Actually, she finished it on Instagram, and she switched the colors to be black words and just black and orange. So that's what I went with, and it's all finished. Last year I had found these tombstones in the dollar spot. At Target, there were 4 of them for $5. So when Misty and Barbie and I did our swap last year, they each got one, and then I finished something for my sister on one, and I had one left. So I used it for this, and I decided to put things on magnets. So because I only had one left, I could use it for other things. I even put the flowers on by magnets. So now I just got to get it like right when I set it down. So I used Sulky Black and Colonial Copper from Classic Colorworks. And this is that fabric that I cannot for the life of me ever remember the name of. Country French Cafe Mocha. It's just a plain colored Aida. It's super, super soft. And then I have Lady Dot pom-poms. And this fabric is like my favorite. We went down to Attic Heirlooms in Damerscotta earlier in the summer, one day when we just needed to get out of the house, and she had such pretty fabrics. I've become a giant fan of the fabric line because everything matches. I don't have to worry about it. It just got really dark in here. We're expecting a thunderstorm. But that's my favorite that I picked up. So I'm gonna hoard it so I can stretch it out longer. So that's the first one. Then the second one was a new start and a finish. I think I showed it in my haul last video. It's Heart and Hand Pocket Round Crow. And these are very small, 33 by 33. So I stitched mine on a 14 count to get it as big as possible. And I finished it into a little pillow. This is another one of those fabrics I picked up. All my fall stuff's gonna coordinate this year. I used, I think, all the called for, and it comes with the little beads. Yeah, so he's done. I did the herringbone and the button because this is the first one I have for fall now with that finish, so they want to look the same. So that is done. FOs. Ooh, I didn't grab the chart. I didn't grab the chart to show you what I did because it's upstairs. I was working on Hands On Designs Chalk Talk Autumn, and I pulled a fabric that I found in my box, and I thought it was a 16 count. It was an old tube Aida that I had dyed, a nice dark gray, and that's what I was going to use. This chart is designed on a 16 or 32 count to fit in an 8 by 10 frame. That was my plan. My fabric apparently was not 16 count. It was more like a 15 count. So mine was not going to fit in an 8 by 10 frame, and it was barely going to fit on the piece of fabric I had. So I decided, I cut it off. I was working on it, and I'm just doing this. There's actually like 3 more rows above it, but it would have been tight. I have something to finish it on that's gonna, seems I had to finish it not in a frame anyway. I was trying to be cautious and courteous, not courteous, but conscientious of what I had to finish it on. And I actually wasn't enjoying stitching it. Nothing to do with the design, everything to do with the fabric. The fabric is pretty, it's so stiff. It's one of those, it's not even stiff, it's thick. You know, it was the tube Aida, it's just really thick. And it was work to stitch on. So it's 3/4 and I'm calling it done. So I'll have this finished for next week because I'm almost ready to put out fall. I'm done with summer, let's put out fall. So that one is done. I used the called for DMC. I did lighten the blue because it didn't show up. And then the wagon is DMC 7 and I couldn't find mine. So I just picked a brown and then I used a dark brown for the wheels. So then when I moved the acorns over, I put some dark brown on them too. So it would be in more than just one spot. That one's done. Whips. I worked on a lot of things. They just didn't get finished. So the first one, it's almost done. I don't have the full picture. This was from an October 2018 Cross Stitcher magazine, and there's this sampler by Little Dove Designs that's now available on their website. So it was this big sampler, but I want to do the whole thing maybe eventually, but for now, I just pulled out one little section. And it's a little fox with some mushrooms. I need to put French knots on the mushrooms and a nose and a couple eyeballs, and that will be done. And that will just be a little pillow. So if you see some, like, I could take those two squirrels and their mushroom, or you could just do the top. Actually, the new cross stitcher, there's been some samplers by Tiny Modernist. I was thinking I might just take one like panel and make a little drum. I don't know when I'm gonna get to that, but that's what I'm thinking. So you can do some different things with them. I started Midnight Way by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This is their new Halloween mystery sal, stitch along. So this is part 1. It's on, oh, that one that I did, that was like a scrap. I don't even know what that is. Light tan. This is on Picture This Plus Whimsy. So that is part 1, Broomhildas. They put out a second chart with like a little bit of backstitch they left out on the broom, but I had already taken it off the Q-snaps, so I'll just put that in the next time I pull it out. So this will have 2 more scenes and then something along the bottom. So I did get caught up with that. I was working on this, I think it was this one, during one of our Zoom calls with my main ladies, and I was like, you know, working on Frosted Pumpkin is like putting on your comfy pants. Like, their charts are big, easy to read. They even use the same kind of symbols from chart to chart, so I know what black is and I know what white is. I just enjoy stitching them, and they're adorable. Because I also did Shiny Zodiac. This is not a yearly sal, but it's a longer one, and they released the latest part. So this one will have, I think, 3 more months. This month was 3 more animals. I did have to modify my horse. It had a darker red for the mane and the tail. I couldn't tell the difference, so I made it blue. So those 3 guys. Next month will be this side of this fan and like the bits and bobs. Then 3 more animals and the last fan. And that will be done. This is 14 count Picture This Plus Sand, which was the call for. I think I even bought the kit. Not the kit, but I think I bought the download with the fabric because I didn't have that color. So that one is caught up. That comes out the 15th of the month. And then the other one I'm working on, because I'm full on autumn now, is in a Q-snap. And I got the PDF, so I don't have a picture. This is Misty Luminous Fiber Arts new. Oops, turn my flashlight on. Acorns. I love those squirrels. So I started that. And that's how much I have. She used her sparrow fabric, which I have a cut of, but my cut, it's like a skinny long one. I didn't want to waste my fabric. Am I the only one who's like, if I use that, I can't really fit much else. I'd have to kind of sew it in the middle in order to have enough room. Oh no, I don't want to waste my fabric. So it's on doubloon because, you know, I bought a giant piece of doubloon and I'm still working my way through it, and I could easily cut off a strip and be just fine. So my sparrow is saved for something down the line. So that is all my whips. I had a couple more gifts come in. My friend Kathleen, she made me this card. What's cracking? She said, I hope you find it funny. Yes, I do. That is right up my alley and right up my humor. So that was really, really sweet. And she sent this beautiful cantaloupe, I think. Weeks cantaloupe in there just to kind of say hello. She's one of the ones in our stitching group and we just haven't been getting together. And Carlene sent a cat card. She sent me some fabric that she wasn't using, and she threw in all these pretty charms. There's some buttons in there. You guys know I love my charms. So thank you so much, Kathleen and Carlene. Yeah, it's always fun to get stuff. You never expect stuff, and then it's like, ooh, I didn't order that. What's that? And your husband will be like, what'd you order? I didn't order that. Just showed up. Did you guys hear that? Cats. Cats. No haul, like I said. I have an order in with Carla at Cowbweb Corner. She had the November one of these in stock, which I want to do. So I got that. Speaking of Carla, that's who the giveaways were from. Oh, I thought that was a zip. This truck one, it's like sealed up in there. I assumed it was a Ziploc, but it is not. So we had two giveaways from last week from Carla at Cowbweb Corner. Prairie Schooler, double double. This one goes to Susie Marshall. And then the Country Spirits collection, this is Homespun Elegance. This one goes to Lynn Singleton. I was really surprised. This one got more I'd like to stitch than the witches. And it might be because a lot of people, it's a Prairie Schooler. I mean, they were within like 10 of each other, but people might already have the witches. These trucks are adorable. They have a whole collection of them. Carla has some different ones. They're small, 68 by 46. So congratulations, ladies. I have already commented on your comment with my email, so you can get in touch with me and I will get those in the mail. And then we have a giveaway this week. I cleaned out the craft room a few weeks ago. It's a mess again already. And when I was going through my cabinet, I found that stack of memorabilia charts that I got at Goodwill that I kind of thought I already did giveaways with because I hadn't seen them. But no, I have not. So there's like 5 of them. There might be 6. I don't know, I grabbed 2. I grabbed the 2 on the top with their classy Goodwill sticker. So these are older. If you would like to stitch them, I do not expect 100 people to want to stitch these just because they're older. Standard giveaway rules, be over 18 so you can legally give me your address, don't say giveaway. So I grabbed, what is this one? Elizabeth and the Lavender Sky. So this one we will say, I would like to stitch Elizabeth. This one has been opened. And it has a lengthy floss list. This is an older one, all of these were older. And then the other one is unopened. Well, it looks unopened, but it's also kind of torn, so it might be opened. My Lady's Garden. So for this one, say, I would like to stitch the garden. So the garden and Elizabeth. The garden has an even longer list. Yeah, I found these. I went in one day and there was a stack. Like you could, you know, a Mirabilia when you see it, right? And it's like on the Goodwill shelf. And I was like, boop, 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 boop. And they're older, but you cannot leave $1 Mirabilia charts sitting around at the Goodwill. So I bought them all, even though I'm not going to stitch any of them. So let me know if you're interested in those. Also, I'm getting to the post office again now, so no more US only for giveaways. Enter away, because we're able to get out and about more. So I think that's it. I definitely don't have anything else to show you. I don't think I have anything else to tell you. It will probably be a couple weeks. That will be when it might be 3 weeks before you see me, because that's right when school starts and it's a half day that first week. So I don't know how it's going to be. I need to find a car project. You know, I went 3 months without even using my car. I've heard people before talk about the pickup line, and it sounds horrible. Our elementary school, you would park and go in the building, and then the kids would come into the cafeteria and you would leave. The pickup line sounds terrible, but that's what we're gonna have this year. And in middle school, and they're asking people not to use the bus if at all possible to keep the numbers down. I can only imagine how much car stitching I'm going to get done in the pickup line. So I need to find some pickup line projects with minimal floss changes. Maybe I'll do one of my dragons, my ink circle dragons. Although those sometimes it's hard, it's easy to lose your place. But I'll find something for the pickup line. Thank you. I will see you guys later. I hope you're having a good end of August. I hope everyone's school year is started as best as it can, and I will talk to you later. Bye.